and the Pan-Africanism. What's up, family? Everybody, we are live late Saturday night. Usually don't roll late Saturday night, but hey, we are tonight. And I got the brother Top 10 Africa on with us. And tonight's topic is just dealing with the lies and deceit of the West, and Pan-Africanism is the only solution moving forward. Top 10 Africa. It's been a minute. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on your platform. And I just wanted to kind of reiterate this point because we're living in a time when we're being bombarded with so much propaganda, and a lot of Africans are confused. And I want to clear up some confusion because the worst thing you can do is invest your energy in the wrong thing, right? So, like I said, the lies and deceit of the West. There's been this kind of program by the West to kind of get Africans to believe that Africa is not viable and the only way forward is go to the West. And we as people, we need to be able to see through this and understand that the West has zero to offer Africans. Okay? There's no land waiting for us. There's no resources waiting for us. There's no political space. There's very little goodwill. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Because if you go to the Sahara, you'd see thousands of Africans dead in the Sahara. Go to the Mediterranean, thousands of Africans dying in the Mediterranean. Why? When they get to Europe, what is waiting for them? Is there
A
house?
lot, a lot of them are being sold into slavery.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on.
And I want Africans to, instead of trying to get to the West, they should kind of focus on how can we work together? How can we look inward? How can we look to internal markets to drive economic growth? How can we look to buy and sell from each other? I'm actually trying to work on a website to promote intra-African trade. And that is the way forward as I see it. And let's stop chasing fairy tales in the West. I was just watching a documentary about farm workers in Europe. Many of them were Africans, and they were paid less than minimum wage. They had to work with dangerous chemicals that burned their skin, and they were living in terrible conditions. They were living in shanties. And these are people that are also subject to racial attacks. I don't know, I don't care what they say, but you can't tell me that they are living their best life. They're definitely not living their best life. And you should check that documentary out on YouTube as well. You know, and we have to ask ourselves, why do we keep doing this to ourselves?
Mm. Do you think that it's just? I mean, why do you think Africans believe that there's more opportunity in the West than there is at home in Africa?
Yeah, it goes to the first part of the topic of what I said. It's all based on the lies and the deceit of the West. You know, when we turn on our TV and we see an Obama, that
The
what does
wrong,
that
the wrong person to follow.
exactly? We see an Obama. What does that tell us? It says, "Hey, you can make it. You know, if he can make it, you can make it." But there's only one Obama. There's only one Obama. Okay, and we have Lupita Nyong'o.
Yeah.
We have Idris Elba. We have all these Africans are supposedly doing well, Trevor Noah, but these people are not everyday people. These are not mainstream majority. These are like exceptions. You know, Hollywood in itself is not a real industry in the sense that it doesn't employ millions of people, right? It's just, but this is how we perceive the West through the lens of Hollywood. This is all that we see. And so this lie of Hollywood, if this is what you see and this is what you believe, then you're going to make then you're going to end up trying to come to Europe. But people like Idris Elba, Blue Peter, they are the exception, not the rule. And Africans need to understand that. That Hollywood is not controlled by Africans, or is it?
No, hell no, nope.
Exactly, hell no. It's like these people have been given a pass, and I think the reason why we're seeing so many Africans come through is not because that it's because there's an agenda. There's an agenda to kind of integrate Africa, like Europe and America. They see that they are losing Africa to China, and so they are trying to engage with Africa. So what they're trying to do now is to make it seem like it's cool to be African. So you have like Black Panther and all these celebrities, and all of a sudden you can be cool, you can be African and be cool in America, right?
Right.
And you can be African and you can be a Hollywood movie star. And you can be African and you can be on the cover of Vogue, right? But when it comes to everyday living, we know very well that being African counts against you. Being Black counts against you. Everybody's not living a Will Smith life.
You know what? In fact, it's funny you brought up Will Smith. I know a lot of my African immigrant family, they said they thought the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air pretty much was a true depiction of Black life here in America.
Yeah, me myself as well. Because when I was growing up as a kid, there was like 3 shows that were on TV from America, or 4 shows. There was the Cosby Show, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and Family Matters. And so this is what we thought American life, Black life was. They said, hey, these guys are doing well over here. They have a nice life. But what they don't tell you is that that big house comes with a huge mortgage. What they don't tell you is that the car comes with a huge car.
You there, bro? We lost you.
That the car comes with insurance payment. I have a friend that quit his job at a bank in Nigeria, came to America looking for easy money. Now he's driving like he's a delivery driver. He delivers food now, and he's been struggling, living paycheck.
You know what's crazy? I had caught an Uber. So when I was in Nigeria back in March, I caught an Uber from the Kalakuta where I stay to the bus terminal to catch a bus from Lagos back to Benin Republic, to Cotonou. And so my taxi driver was just like speaking on with excitement how his friend lives in LA and is making $15 an hour. And I had to tell him, like, $15 an hour in Los Angeles, that's below poverty. That's like he's living on, it's considered impoverished. It's poverty. But he just didn't get it. He was like $15 an hour, $15 an hour. I'm like, dude, $15 an hour in LA, that's
barely pay your bills, right?
You can't pay your bills because rent alone in LA like you can't pay your bills. You can't pay your bills.
And that's what we try to get across to them. They don't want to understand that the cost of living is very high, and it sounds like a lot of money, right?
Right.
Sounds like a lot of money, but when you pay this guy his rent, and you pay that guy his water utilities, and you pay for gas and this, you don't have anything left. And they don't seem to understand that. And
Mm.
so that's another lie that they tell us, that there's this economic windfall waiting for us when we come to the West, when the truth is we're just going to join the working classes. And not only are you going to just join the working classes, you're going to be disadvantaged because you have three strikes against you. You're poor, you're black, and you're African.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get into the job market, you are basically at the bottom of the food chain. And nobody's trying to put you first, and that's just keeping it real. But no, they don't want to listen. So it's very important that we understand what's going on. And a lot of our people back home are very ignorant. They don't know what's going on. And we need to teach them because they don't need to be wasting their time and energy. There's no country in the world, no continent in the world that is as rich as Africa.
Right.
So there's no need for you to kill yourself or to die to go to Europe and see the same thing that you see in Africa. That, much of Africa is lush and green. So it's not like, oh, a desert wasteland where, you can't survive or nothing. And so, yeah, that was the second lie. The first lie was Hollywood power. The second lie was the lie of economic power. And
Right.
the third lie is the lie of post-racial equality.
Right.
The lie of post-racial equality, the idea that, okay, all of us are equal now, you know? And there's a lot of people that buy into this because, once again, Obama was put up there, and like I said, they had an agenda, they have agendas. Obama was put up there to create this illusion that, hey, the black man is now in charge. Like, hey, look, the black man is president, the black man has political power. Do you think the black man has political power in America?
No, absolutely not.
But thanks to Obama, people in Africa think so. And the point I'm trying to get is the imagery is being used to control our minds. The
Right.
deception and the imagery, this is very deliberate. You know, ADOS is always complaining about Africans are getting jobs as actors and who they're taking over. Well, you have to understand that there's an agenda. There's an agenda on the path of the white supremacists. And their objective is to basically get us to believe that America is the place to be.
Mm.
And unfortunately, many of us have fallen for it. If we want to be honest, a lot of Africans are falling for it. They're still falling for it. And if I'm afraid many more Africans will probably die in the Mediterranean
Yeah.
before, if we don't get our minds right. If we don't get our minds right.
Shout out to everybody in the chat room. The brother Omar Blacksmith said he has a conversation with with the African immigrant just about once a week, and they're telling him how they didn't know it was this hard in America. How it was going to be hard in America.
Exactly. He just don't know. My boy, he's having to work two delivery jobs, two
Ah,
jobs just to stay afloat. He brought his whole family and all. And I'm
mhm.
like, wow, you should have at least tested the waters first. But hey, you can't tell anybody anything. And yeah, and the cost of living is very high, and the white man can be very savage when it comes to putting you in your place. You know, the white man will put you in your place. I mean, don't you agree? Don't you have like some stories from corporate America?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, that's a whole nother show.
Yeah, it's like and so you see these naive Africans, right? They come in and they think America. I mean, yeah, America. I understand that America does a lot of things well, but let's be honest. Let's be honest. America is a cutthroat capitalist society. You know,
Yeah,
America
absolutely.
is all about his money.
Hmm.
If you're not able to pay your rent, they're kicking you out. This is not like
Yeah,
Africa.
yeah. No, no, no question asked. You get it. Get out.
Yeah, like I used to live in an apartment building, and you know, every day the what they call it, the sheriff's office would come deliver like eviction notices,
Hmm.
and it was like if you were late on your rent for like a month, by next month they were serving you up an eviction notice.
Right.
And this is not like in Nigeria. In Nigeria, where you can beg off the landlord and say, "Oh, give me 6 months or give me this."
Give me 6 months.
Exactly, like Nigeria, folks, they try to drag out, they don't pay their rent on time, like, and I'm like, yo, America is not a place where you want to play that game. And I don't
Well,
really
yeah, but in Nigeria, usually you got to pay like
like a
a whole
year,
year in advance.
yeah, a year in advance. But there's a lot of times where people is like they can't do that, and so they're like, oh, give me 3 months, give me a month, give me 2 months. I'm like, you can't do that in America.
Hmm.
You can't tell the landlord, give me 6 months, or I mean, most landlords will not work with you. They just will just start eviction straight away, and and that applies to everything. It applies to damn near everything. So this America is really a rat race. If you really want to, especially when you're an immigrant and you have nothing, it's really a rat race. So I
Hmm.
don't see why somebody who is somewhat comfortable in Nigeria that has something going for himself would just decide like, okay, I have to leave what I have and come into this. It's just very mind-boggling.
Hey guys, we have 160 people watching, only 49 likes. Please, I mean, if you're not super chatting, the least you could do is hit the like button. I mean, please press that like button as you come into the chat. Please do. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hit the like button. All right, go ahead, talk to you.
Yeah. So what I want people to know is that yeah, Africa might not be where it needs to be, but if we work together, we can get it there. But whether it's today or 1,000 years from now, Africa will always have more land to offer us, more resources to offer us, more political space to offer us, more business space, more goodwill. Like, what I mean by goodwill, as a black man in America, it looked like you're damn near criminalized from when you're 14, 15.
Shit, 12. As
And
yeah, 12.
it's like, how can you be successful in a society that doesn't have goodwill towards you? And I say, I don't think it's possible. And I don't think that we should put, like, when you go to Europe, there's a very strong anti-immigrant sentiment, right? And I don't think that we should put ourselves in that kind of situation. I don't think that it is worth putting ourselves in that type of situation. And so all of these immigrants should stop trying to be desperate, trying to get on a plane and trying to go to all kinds of different parts of the world. There's literally Nigerians in every corner of the world. Now the question is the grass made out of gold? Is the grass greener in these countries? Do these countries have greener grass? Or do these countries have gold paved streets? No. They just work hard for themselves and work hard for the society. So let's employ that and stop trying to look for some magic bullet.
Now, for those, Black Americans, ADOS, who want to disconnect themselves from the continent, from Africa, what would be your advice to them? Like, what would you tell them?
I would say good riddance. Like, if you're a Black American or maybe a Black Caribbean, and you want to disconnect yourself from the continent, I would say good luck to you. Good luck and good riddance. Now,
Okay, and for those that would their rebuttal or their argument would be, well, we've been on our own for 400 years now. So, what would be your response?
Well, my whole thing is this: any Black person that wants to reconnect with the continent, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. You can come access whatever resource you want to access. But I've watched a couple of your shows where you try to convince these dudes that they should consider Africa, and they should give themselves options. And you know what I think? I think that you should let them be. We don't need negative energy in Africa. If somebody doesn't want to connect, then they have a right to, then you don't want to force them to connect. But I think that it's not going to end well. Like, look at what's going on in America: mass incarceration, drugs, people. Martin Luther King marched. He talked about judging people by the content of the character, and he talked about he was a good guy, and look at what happened to him. He was assassinated. Black people need to get it through their heads, whether you're African or ADOS or whatever you call yourself, whatever Caribbean, you need to get it through your head. We are at war. These folks don't like you. Mm-hmm. So all this kind of forced integrationism, and I'm going to get them to like me.
What you call it again? Force what?
Integrationism, trying to integrate by force, and I personally, I don't play that game because I've come to the conclusion that these folks are not worth the trouble. Like, what we need to be doing is, hold on.
Hello? Top Chin. I guess he had to step away for a second. Guys, please hit that like button as you come in. This is your first time joining us. Please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. Again, thank you. Thank you so much for joining, you guys. Tonight's topic is just the lies and deceit of the West. And we're speaking on Pan-Africanism as well. Hopefully the brother Top 10 Africa didn't get snatched up. But we're going to get to some of you guys' questions in the chat room as well. Brother says, I don't understand how people can leave Nigeria to go and stay in America. Hey, well, there's a lot of Nigerians here in America. Houston is Nigeria. Shoot, that's baby Nigeria. In fact, I think Houston has the highest number. It's the largest, I guess, with the largest amount of Nigerians outside of Nigeria in Houston. So, yeah, but let's wait for the brother Top 10 Africa. See what else we got here in the chat room. Guys, I'm still uploading videos as well from my past trip. So still got a lot of content I need to put out and put up. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the content. Also, too, African Foodie Network will be up and running. Hopefully next week I'm gonna start posting some videos over there. You know, I don't know what happened to brother Top 10 Africa. Why are you hating on Ethiopians though? Who's hating on Ethiopians? No, I think the largest Nigerian community outside of Nigeria is Houston. I think it's Houston. Houston has the largest Nigerian diaspora. Nah, Houston has a lot of Nigerians. Houston has a lot of Nigerians. All right, so we're waiting on the brother Top 10 Africa. Oh, Chief Drano, yeah, Chief Drano, he's Berber. There's a lot of Nigerians in Atlanta too, but Houston has the most. Nothing too. People, if anybody's watching this, if you guys know of a Yoruba community, there's a lot of Igbos in Atlanta, but I can't find like a Yoruba community here in Atlanta. If you guys know of any, send me an email, uhuru@searchforhuru.com. uhuru@searchforhuru.com. Shoot me an email. Because there aren't a lot of I can't find any Yorubas in Atlanta. So yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't type the wrong email. All right, guys, the top 10 doesn't come back on in a couple minutes. We'll go ahead and log off. You say Yorubas are in the UK? Okay. I have not been to the village of South Carolina. I know it caught on fire last year, I believe. So if the brother doesn't come back on here shortly, we'll go ahead and close out. I don't know what happened to him. They're in Canada too, or Toronto. True, where the Raptors about to win tomorrow. Colin Jennings, you gotta understand now. Chief Drano is the ultimate troll. He's the master troll. See, Drano is the master troll, so you gotta understand. He was probably trolling, talking about he's Egyptian in Berber. Hey, what happened? You
Hey,
good?
what happened? You good? Yeah, my phone died.
Okay.
Okay.
There's an
There's an
echo.
echo. There's an echo now?
Yes.
Yes. Wow. Okay.
Hello. Yeah, top 10 got that Getro. Hey, did somebody block the user? I got your email user. Did somebody block you? User handle. User, it's not even the only mod in here
Not
is
in here.
it's,
Yeah.
it's still
It's
echo.
still an echo. There's still an echo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it a bad one?
Yes.
Yes. Wow.
Hold on, you guys.
Hold on, you guys.
Yeah, it's echo.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, it's
echo.
echo.
Hey, user
Hey,
handle.
user.
Yeah, it's a bit. Hello. Yeah, you got that Getro.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the echo,
it's the
man.
echo, man.
Are you playing
Are you
it?
playing it?
Are you
Are you
playing
playing
the live
the
stream
live stream
on your phone
on your
or?
phone or? No, no.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the echo,
it's the
bro.
echo, bro. It's just on my phone right now. It's on my phone right now, but I'm gonna see if I can switch it to my computer. Hold on.
Yeah, user
Yeah,
handle.
user handle.
Yeah, it's an
Yeah,
echo.
it's an echo. Oh, there's still an echo. Um.
Hello,
Hello,
hello.
hello.
Yeah, it's the
Hello?
echo.
Still echo. Is there still an echo?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to connect from my computer. I'm gonna try to connect from my computer. I hope it's not too late.
Yeah, try to
Yeah,
connect
try
to
to
the
connect to
computer
the computer
so we keep it
so we keep
rolling.
it rolling. Okay.
You log into your computer.
Yeah, let me see. Let me see. I'm gonna try this. Okay. Okay, give me a second. Let me.
All right, brother. We waiting on you.
All right. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess hang up the phone. If you,
Hello.
hello. Hang up your phone. What's that noise in the background?
Hello.
Oh man, yeah, it's all bad. Hello, hello. Okay,
Hey.
the echo's kind of gone. You there? Hello, hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, we're good now. Go ahead and continue. Let's go ahead and get back, jump right into it before something happens. Go ahead.
Yeah. So hold on.
Are you there? Hello. Oh God. All right, we're gonna get a brother one more minute, man, and we'll go ahead and check out. Hey, G, you said the Berbers found us. Did he's saying Chief Drano found his ancestors found us and is blocking the show. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here now.
Okay, go ahead, brother. I mean, are you charged up? Are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm charged up, man. Yeah, like
Oh, all right, go ahead.
so. Yeah, I guess the PC works better. Okay, yeah. I'm like, yeah. So I was saying for the interruption, even though Africa might be backwards now and it looks hopeless, it is the only thing that we have. For 1.2 billion Africans, that is all that we have. And we must unite. We're not going to move forward if we don't unite intellectually, if we don't unite creatively, and if we don't unite physically. And that is what we need to be doing, especially with the diaspora as well. And like you were saying about the folks that basically don't want to connect, if you choose not to connect, then just be prepared to be a permanent victim.
Say that again. Say that again.
Yeah, if you choose not to reconnect, then be prepared to be a permanent victim. You saw what they did to the Jews. The Jews was over there for centuries trying to be European, trying to integrate.
Shit, they are European.
Yeah, they are. Like their bloodlines was they intermarried so much that their bloodlines was primarily European. But look at what happened to them. They still got murdered. They still got wiped out. And these are folks that was white. So how much so, you know, you as a black Negro, we shouldn't be begging these dudes because we're the ones supplying all the resources. We're the ones supplying the labor. You know, I was looking at this construction site. They had a whole bunch of Mexicans out there. If it wasn't for black and brown people, this country would not.
No, 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 no. It wasn't for black. If it wasn't for black, we're not doing the black and brown thing. If it wasn't for black,
But
free,
that's the
free,
whole
free
point.
labor, free black labor, and I'm not trying to get on my ADOS soapbox, but free black labor is what made this country what it is. So
Exactly, free black labor. But it's I. So they've gained more. They've gained more from the relationship, and
true.
you know how much gold they've taken from Africa, how much diamonds and all kinds of stuff. They've gained more from the relationship, and so we shouldn't be begging them. But it's like I know there's a lot of people don't want anything to do with Africa. Well, just be prepared to be a permanent victim because they'll constantly come up. Martin Luther King in the '60s, he was talking about I have a dream, and he made all these great speeches. But what has happened since then? What has happened since the '60s?
Mm.
That's like a rhetorical question. What has happened since the I have a dream speech? You know, these dudes these dudes are still they're still mass incarcerating black people. They're still mass incarcerating black people. They're still flooding the community with drugs.
All right.
They're flooding the community with drugs, redlining. Look at the mortgage. Look at the mortgage thing that just happened in 2008. It was largely black people that was affected. They're still setting traps, and people keep falling for these traps.
Mm.
You know,
Mm.
so we got to take all that. So we got to say, do you want to be a permanent victim, or do you want to have something of your own, where you control your destiny? The whole idea of having your own continent is that you can control your own destiny. You can have your own land. You can have your own property. You can be involved in the political process. You can be in the business space. You can, when you walk down the street, you're not criminalized. That's why the Jews got Israel
Mm.
because they want to have their own space. Where I can be Jewish and not have to apologize for it. Sometimes I feel like you have to apologize for being black in America. And I don't see that, or being black in Europe. And that's not a space that we should be in. Africa is too rich of a continent for us to be trying to be in that space.
Right.
But I'm a realist. I believe in pragmatic Pan Africanism. And it's time for us to move over from this kind of sentimental Pan Africanism and become pragmatic Pan Africanists. Like, okay, how is how is Pan Africanism going to benefit us in a material way? You understand? How is it going to enrich us? Pan African has to be something that enriches us in a material way, no longer just, oh, everybody shouting black power or sentimental things. It has to be something where I can benefit from you and you can benefit from me in a tangible, material way. And we have to implement structures to make Pan Africanism tangible, tangibly beneficial.
Mm.
Because that's the only way Africa will work.
Let's see what else we got here in the chat room. So those who have quit on Pan Africanism and say that Pan Africanism is a pipe dream, and Africa's too tribal to ever embrace Pan Africanism. What would you say to that?
It's Pan Africanism or die.
Mm.
Because when you try to approach problems as a tribe, first of all, you're limited by your numbers. Secondly, you're limited by your resource base
Mm.
and your skill base. And if there are over 1,000 tribes, ethnic groups in Africa, we cannot be stupid enough to think that the best way to approach the problems is by just relying on your ethnic affiliation. I come from one of the largest ethnic groups in Nigeria, but I would still,
Well, are you Yoruba?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
but I would be stupid to think that only Yorubas have the answers, or I
Right.
can't benefit from other ethnicities in other nations. I would be stupid
Right.
to think that because the whole point of being black, what's the point of being a billion black people if you're not helping each other? There's a billion black people on the planet. What's the point of that? What's the point of being a continent if you're not helping each other? What's the point of the diaspora if the diaspora is not helping each other? If they're not
Right.
connecting to the continent and the continent is not connecting to them, what's the point? It's sink or swim.
Sink or swim. Barbecue or mildew.
Exactly. So, so it's one of those things where a lot of people, we need to stop beating around the bush. I'm even trying to work on a project where to kind of get people to trade more with each other.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually looking for programmers that know how to, to build websites because I think that the internet can be a tool that we use to really get people to connect with each other. And I think as black people, we're not utilizing it well. We're utilizing it to a degree, but I think there's more we can do with it. So, what are your thoughts?
No, I agree. Shout out to Chief Drano, the Berber, our Berber brother, Chief Drano. Thank you for the super chat. Let's see what the brother said. The end game of Pan-Africanism is economic dominance as people of African descent with home base of operation on the continent. This is my view of Pan-Africanism. Shout out to Chief Drano, our Berber brother, all the way from North Africa. Chief Drano. But let me ask you, what's your thoughts on a new free trade agreement with Africa?
I think it's definitely a step in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that, because I'll give you an example. If Nigeria produces oil, a lot of countries that don't refine enough oil or don't produce oil, if you have this free trade agreement, it will allow my strength to help your weakness, and your strength will help my weakness. It's one of those things where it's a win-win proposition. there's a lot of synergy that you can achieve. There's a lot of synergy in trade that can be achieved. So yeah, it's a step in the right direction. In fact, we have to be more aggressive.
Okay. See what else we got here. Now, who blocked you? I didn't block user. Who blocked user handle? How do you unblock user handle? I don't know how to unblock people. Like who blocked the user handle? I'll figure it out. Yeah, because people email me, I got blocked, I can't get on, I got blocked. I'm like, who blocked you? Like, I don't remember user handle being blocked. Let me ask you, why is it of the essence or importance to embrace Pan-Africanism now?
Because, I think that after independence, a lot of African countries were kind of arrogant. They had gotten their independence and they tried to go it alone. But it didn't take too long for their economies to start to stagnate. And it didn't take too long before they started being bossed around by France. It didn't take them too long for France to start intervening. So now, so now we have a situation where African economies have become stagnant, right? They
Mhm.
become stagnant. And so when you become stagnant, then there's nowhere to go. And so there's really nowhere else to go but to work together.
Okay. Let's see what else we got here in the chat room. Shout out to police brutality worldwide. He's from Niger as well. Yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat room. What we'll do, Top 10, we'll go ahead and close out. Anything else you'd like to share in closing?
Well, yeah, just my final message would be Pan Africanism is a must, and we have to focus on that. We have to help each other out, and we have to help each other out, and we have to find ways
Okay,
of
somebody did block him.
engaging ourselves. We have to find ways of engaging ourselves, and you know, let's let's look beyond our differences.
Mm,
Look beyond our differences.
absolutely. Brother, what can we do to, I guess, what role can Africa play in, I guess, engaging the diaspora on a more meaningful level?
Um, I think that the diaspora, they have a lot of knowledge and they have a lot of expertise. But the thing with Africa is 54 countries, right? And it's kind of hard, to get them to unite. So the diaspora might have to engage, put itself out there, and engage with, like, go to Ghana. Like, so you have the government of Ghana now, and they have the year of return, and that's something that the diaspora should engage with, because that's one of the major initiatives that's out there. So they should try to engage with that.
Hmm. All right, cool, brother. How can everybody reach you?
My channel is Top 10 Africa on YouTube. If you can put the link out there,
Mm-hmm.
that's my channel. If you can put the link out there, you know, you can find me on Top 10 Africa.
Okay. But brother, do me a favor. Email me the link so I can put it in because sometimes I have trouble finding you on YouTube under Top 10 Africa. No, Africans. Well, the Arabs in North Africa are invaders. They're foreign invaders. That's what they are. Someone just asked me that in the chat room.
Oh yeah, they are foreign visitors.
Mm-hmm.
They don't. They don't. They don't identify with us,
They don't.
and so I don't see why we should engage with them like that.
Yeah. They are foreign invaders. So, guys, make sure you go to Top 10 Africa on YouTube. Subscribe to the brother. Everyone, thank you for joining. Make sure you go to search for Uhuru on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. Again, family, thank you for everything. Thank you for joining this Saturday night. I know you guys could be out drinking or doing whatever. Until next time, family, Dynasty Mirror, search for Uhuru. Peace.
All right, peace.